Hey, what's up guys? This is Neil. Today we're going to learn how to make a website using HTML. This is part 2 of the HTML and CSS series, and in this video we're going to talk about how to make an HTML file with a proper code structure. So in the last video we learned how to define an HTML element using basic tags, tags with attributes, as well as tags with self-closing or self-closing tags. Now, what we didn't do or what we didn't discuss is how to organize our code so that it follows the basic HTML code structure. Because in HTML, you can't actually just define your headers, your paragraphs, links, and images out of nowhere. You actually need to follow a certain structure. So to do that, we need to learn a couple more tags. One of which, or the very first thing that you need to learn, is the doc type. So to get started, why don't we open up Sublime? So the doc type is the one responsible for telling your browser what kind of document to expect. So in our case, we need to tell the browser that we want to make an HTML5 document. So to do that, let's type in left pointy bracket, exclamation point, doc type in all caps, and then HTML in lowercase, and then close your tag. Now, I know that this tag doesn't look like any other tag that we've discussed so far, but don't be alarmed because this format is actually exclusive to the doc type tag. No other tags in HTML follows this format. So again, this is how you tell your browser that this is an HTML5 document. Now, the next thing we need to define just below that is the HTML tag itself. And this tag is responsible for telling the browser that this is where our HTML document starts as well as where it ends. So obviously any other HTML elements present in your web page should be defined inside your HTML opening and closing tags. And that makes them the children of the HTML tag, and it makes the HTML tag the parent or the container of your HTML elements. So if we save this file, let's save it in the desktop for now. So again, let's name it index.html, and then open this one in our browser. So desktop, and then open with Google Chrome. All right, so we will see a blank document just like so, understandably because we don't have anything inside our HTML tag yet. Now, before you actually start typing in your H1s, your paragraphs, your images, and your hyperlinks, there are actually a couple more tags that comes before it. So one of which is the title tag, and the title tag is the one that you use to customize the title that you see in your browser tab right here. And if you can see, without the title tag, the browser by default uses your document's file name, which might not be ideal in some cases. So to change that, we need to define the title tag. However, before we could actually define the title tag, we need to define the head tag first, which is its container. So let's define the head tag, open and close. And then let's define the title tag. And let's say we want the title to be homepage, because let's just assume that this is our homepage. If we save this file, go back to our browser and hit refresh, you will see that the browser tab title changed from index.html to homepage. All right, so now we have our title and our head. The next thing we need to define is the HTML body. And you could probably guess what this is for already, but the HTML body is a container for every other HTML element that's visible in your browser window. So let's type in body, Again, close it. Now this is where you actually define every other HTML elements, just like the one we did in our last video. So if you still have that, which I do, let's try to copy that and paste it inside our body. So if we save this file and refresh our browser, you will see a similar output from the last video that we had, except the image is now invalid because probably the link expired already from Imager. However, aside from that, we also have a better and structured code. Plus, we have a customized title in our browser tab. So to recap, so far we learned about doc type, which tells the browser what to expect, what kind of document to expect. The HTML tag, which tells the browser where your HTML document starts and ends. And inside, we were able to learn about the title tag and the header tag, which allows us to customize the title in the browser tab. And then finally, we learned about the body tag, which is the container for every other HTML element that's visible on your browser window or in your browser window. Now, with this, we are able to create a proper HTML file. In the next video, we'll talk about CSS, and just like HTML, we will discuss what it is, what it's for, and how to use it. But that's it for this video. If you guys want to support the channel, please consider becoming a patron and head over to patreon.com/neilwebtits. Please don't forget to like the video if you like it. Also subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to get updates on future uploads. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.